Off the coast of Grand Bahama, Paul de Gelder and his team are demonstrating how to survive a shark attack. And a 16-foot tiger just took the bait.
Oh my goodness, you can see my natural reaction watching that there. You know what, though? We are diving into the most exciting week of summer TV. It is Shark Week on Discovery. The exciting summer television event is upon us, and shark attack survivor Paul de Gelder joins us now to get us ready for his show, How to Survive a Shark Attack, one of the several shows that will be featured, of course, during Shark Week. Paul, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's the best week of the year. What have I got to complain about?
Okay, what were we just watching there in that clip, please? I mean, Paul, that was you. I mean, we're getting kind of personal already there watching that clip. Oh.
That was one of the scenarios that we put together to show people how to survive or how to keep a buddy alive if the worst thing happens when you enter the water. And so we really wanted to make it as realistic as possible so that it's realistic as possible. Then you can follow along and you can learn what you can do, the safety protocols, the medical procedures, everything involved with staying alive when you enter the ocean realm.
Okay, before I pick your brain about tips, of course, we're watching some more of the programming that people can enjoy this week or learn from this week. You, though, Australian Navy diver, lost 2 limbs in a horrific shark attack. Was this before you became a shark conservationalist or after? Or kind of talk to me about the timeline here, because I'm quite fascinated, because you seem still obsessed and in love with sharks.
Yeah, I am now. Previous to the shark attack, very different story. I was in the Army Airborne from 2000 to 2005, and then I switched to the Navy clearance divers, which is bomb disposal divers, for lack of a better word. And in 2009, I just turned up to work one day super early for an exercise. It was about 4:30 in the morning. We got to where we were conducting the exercise about 6:30, and we were doing pretty simple stuff, a pretty boring day as far as my work goes. We were swimming from point A to point B in Sydney Harbour alongside the Navy base, and I was in the water for about 4 or 5 minutes, and a bull shark decided it was going to eat me. And like it did, it ate me. It ripped out my hamstring and ripped off my hand. Fortunately, it didn't kill me in those few seconds, and I popped to the surface because my wetsuit made me buoyant. Saw my safety boat, and I thought, I've got to get out of here before it comes back. So I started to swim, but my hand was gone, and my medical training kicked in. I kept that wound above my heart, swimming back to the safety boat, not knowing that I had an arterial bleed out of my leg, and I was swimming through a pool of my own blood. So in those moments, sharks are not really my favorite animal in the world. I was actually deathly afraid of sharks.
Yeah.
I thought if we killed them all, then we could just swim in the ocean and have a fat old time and not worry about it. Yeah. It wasn't until after, years after, because my shark attack was so big in the Australian media that every time there was another negative shark interaction, the news broadcasters would come to me for a comment because they knew I didn't blame the shark. Look, I chose a dangerous life. You can't get upset when something goes wrong when you've chosen that path. So I didn't blame the shark. And so out of my desire to not look like a big dummy on television and just give an opinion, I decided to learn about sharks so I could give an educated opinion. And the more I learned about them, the more I realized that we have so little to fear from them, but they have a lot to fear from us.
It is so incredible to get your take after what you went through. The show is How to Survive. We saw that scenario there. Can you leave us with a tip, even a little tease to kick off Shark Week here?
It is the one thing that people think is the most crazy because it goes against all natural instincts of survival. Stay calm. Don't splash. Keep your eyes on the shark. They know when you're watching, and they don't want to attack another big bad predator, which is what we are.
Keep your eyes on the shark. Oh my goodness. Again, I think of sharks every time I'm just even wading in shallow water. So I appreciate your take. I appreciate your time. Of course, Shark Week is beginning on Sunday, the 20th, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm so glad I got to meet with you today.
My pleasure. I hope everyone tunes in to watch the week and they have a great time and they learn a lot, especially about all of our passion, love, and respect for sharks.
You know what? Hearing you say that means so much. I have definitely learned a new way of looking at things because of you.